Hi guys, me again, the HEMA Reviews guy. So I am finally continuing with my HEMA coaching videos. With the first one I got a lot of feedback, both positive and negative. However, the negative was mostly constructive criticism, which was great. I have taken it to heart and I hope this will be better. I will try to make it shorter and I will try to make my commentary much more pertinent and less, let's say, focusing on the basic things. However, I still think that the basics are very important here, and I will try to explain them in a little bit more detail. We have a pretty good fencer here. We'll call him Copyninja because that's the name under which I got these footages. These footage has been sent to me for review, so I haven't just gone and found a YouTube video to comment on. I have been sent this with the express purpose of commenting it. So Copyninja seems to be quite a good fencer with very good footwork that does have a couple of problems. Sometimes it gets a little bit confused and he mostly uses lunges instead of actually using full steps, which you will see as we go through these exchanges here. Now, some of the things that I would like you to focus on when watching these exchanges are Copyninja has a tendency to step before the strike or with the strike, which tends to punish him, especially later when he works with Tease. Of course, Tease is one of the best fencers in the world, so Copyninja did not have an easy job fighting him at all, but it does put into contrast what he does and how it actually punishes him. The second thing is his feet are faster than his strikes, and his strikes, even though the technique is nice and the form is pretty good, they lack the intention behind them. They don't have enough speed and they don't have enough power in them. What I mean by power isn't strength that comes from tensing up and like trying to be strong and trying to hit strong, but power that comes from speed and form that allows you to hold your center line and just to be a better fencer overall. So let's take a look. I have turned the sound off. You can see that the footwork is quite good. This was a very nice strike to the hands, so a nice Unterhau to the hands. But even here, you can see that the strike was kind of flowy and kind of slowish. Next exchange. We will call strikes such as this one, we'll call these strike testy strikes because they're not really meant to do any sort of damage. They're just testing what the opponent will do. And sometimes they have their place. However, Copyninja uses too many of them. Okay, so now here we have a strike from the left side with the right foot making the step. And we have one more that actually hits. Copyninja really likes this strike, so striking from the left side, but with the right foot making the step. I'm not a big fan of strikes like that. I think they are a little bit too dangerous, and we'll see how Copyninja does there. That was a good strike. I put this one in especially because I want to show that Copyninja can actually do nice quick strikes that have some force behind them. We need more strikes like that. So this was still a little bit slow. I won't say slow, but it could be faster. It was a good strike. However, it could be done even a little bit faster. You might have noticed by now that Copyninja mostly does all of his strikes with the right foot forward and the right foot making the step. So let's take a look at that again. This was actually quite a nice beat away and then strike down. One of the rare instances where Copyninja uses his left foot forward. And here, although he did step from the left side and strike from the left side, let's take a look frame by frame at how this goes. So here, the step starts. Actually, here, the step starts. The sword starts moving one frame later than the step. Here, the foot hits the ground fully. And then now, the sword has only just begun to do the attack that it was meant to do, which leaves the opponent with a ton of time to make a counter attack, because you do have to step into distance if you want to hit your opponent. So the distance here, it was a little bit short. Let me see again. Actually, this is pretty much fine. Maybe a little bit on the shorter end, but this is a good distance. However, because he steps in with the foot leading, his opponent can quite easily punish him. This was wonderful. This was nice and aggressive, just like it needs to be, and the footwork was good as well. So this was really, really well done. As you can see, Copyninja has a very nice stance. Again, this was a very lovely little fake, so let's take a look. So here Copyninja fakes an attack from above, but switches to a middle how and moves away, which was good. That was well done. However, you can still see that the attack is very flowy and not really that explosive. So now we have him fighting T-School, one of the best fencers in the world. And here we can actually start to see some punishment being doled out for Copyninja. For example, I'm not sure that Tease actually hit there. I think he did. However, Copyninja here does a testy strike. So we know it's a testy strike because it doesn't really endanger the opponent all that much. If the opponent does defend the strike, now Copyninja doesn't have any sort of a plan to follow it up. It doesn't open up the opponent in any meaningful way. Therefore, it just tests to see what it will do. However, Tease, having defended this and seeing that his opponent is not going to do anything else and that he's actually relatively open because he had to step into distance, just goes and punishes him. So again, a lot of strikes that don't actually, a lot of setups for strikes, I should say, here that don't really threaten. And you can see that Tease barely even reacts to them because he knows they're not all that dangerous. And when he gets his chance, because the Copyninja's point is way, way out of his sensor line, he just goes through and hits him on, I think it was the head. There's a lot of movement of point on Copyninja's part, which, while it can be okay, you have to keep in mind that if you move it too much, it's gonna leave you uncovered for a Schilhau or a Zornort. So you don't want to be moving your point in a Flug all that much. Again, a more or less a testy strike, and as soon as Tease sees that the point is out of line, he goes in. So he defends the testy strike, which means that he will know that Copyninja's point is out of his face and he can just attack into it. Again, a testy strike, but moving back very quickly because he knows he doesn't actually have enough of a positional advantage to actually press the attack from there. What would help here is having stronger strikes. Again, not stronger by tensing the muscles, by trying to be strong, but by having proper form and a little bit of speed, or a lot of speed, as much speed as you can muster while still holding your form. And you want to cut through your opponent. You don't want to just tap your opponent, you usually want to cut through the target. That helps also with the defense, because if you just tap it, the opponent doesn't really need to do much else than just put their sword where it needs to be. If you do a proper strike, they will have to put their weight into the defense, which means they can open themselves on the other side, or at least they won't be able to react as quickly. So again, a testy strike, and Tease saw his chance, went for it. Unfortunately for Tease, he kept his arms a little bit too high after the hit because he got quite close. I don't think he expected the Copyninja to go in, and he got hit on the forearms as well. Again, the testy strike, you could see that Tees was already wanting to go in, but Copyninja just kind of moved back. Now, the thing is, Copyninja doesn't really gain anything with these test strikes, except for put himself into danger. Here, I'm not sure, because Tees is a very, very strong fencer. Very well trained, very muscular. And this strike I actually quite like. So he goes, Copyninja goes into a shield how, but I'm not sure if Tees could move it away this much simply because he's strong, or because Copyninja had a relatively soft, weak attack without much weight being put behind it. So he does try to go around, but he's already pulling his body back because he knows that Tees is a very good fencer and his first intention attack didn't work. Tees uses this, of course, and hits him over the forearms. And this is a nice example of keeping your distance. So he goes in, and here there is no real threat given to Tees. The point isn't moving forward, they're already in hitting range without any sort of step, and Tees sees this, moves his foot back, and simply is a little bit faster than Copyninja in his attack. Faster, by faster I mean he hits faster, not that he was faster in his attack. So as you can see, before Copyninja even actually really starts his attack, Tees has already hit. Again, some test strikes that don't really do much. And that was a lovely little example of a Zwerchhau. So Tees does the tiniest bit of a feint here, and then goes into a nice, strong Zwerchhau that is very explosive, very quickly done, which is what gives you an advantage in fighting longsword. Again, strikes that don't really cut through the target and therefore don't provide enough of a danger for the opponent to have to strongly defend himself. I would say that Copyninja here needs to be more aggressive, needs to try to cut through his opponent a little bit more. Now this is a wonderful example of stepping in before you should. So here, they're already in distance, so Copyninja has not read the distance well. However, he starts stepping before his attack even starts. And what Tees does is he just throws his point forward and Copyninja steps into the point. I think one of the possible explanations why Copyninja's distance is slightly off is because he uses right foot forward and steps with the right foot so very much. So no matter which strike goes, he mostly has the right foot forward and steps with the right foot when he does the strike, which can kind of screw up your distance, because if you do a full step, then you have a little bit more of a distance. And here again, we have opening up yourself without providing a threat. And that's basically it. So what I would advise to Copyninja, so Copyninja, if you're watching this, I hope you are quite a good fencer, but there are a couple of relatively basic things that will bring your fencing level a step up, which is use both of your feet. Don't always step just with the right foot. Do full steps as well. When you step, this is probably the most important one. Step after you have started your attack. So step after your sword has already covered you. If you do a full circular attack, you only step after your sword has started moving towards the opponent already. So those two things are for the footwork. For the handwork, just be a little bit more aggressive. Be stronger. Don't be afraid to cut through the opponent, to take a center line, to really be strong in your attacks. Again, not strong by using your strength and trying to power through, but by being fast and by holding proper form and not letting the form go once contact happens. Alright, I hope this has been useful to you. If you have any feedback on this, Copyninja, as well as anyone else, please leave it below. I will always try to improve these things and keep them going. I'm sorry this has taken so long. It has been a long time in the making, and it should have come out a long time ago. Thank you for watching. Until next time, have a good one.